Boop. And hello everyone. Welcome back to the Silver Gauntlets Challenge Cup semifinals. Today we are watching the second match between Alexis and TomPouce, with yesterday's seed being quite the enjoyment to watch. Let's hope our runners at least got some good rest, reset themselves, and have their focus on taking the victory today. This is a best of three, so if Alexis does win this, they will go through to the finals to face either KP or Le Pedra. But if Tom wins, we head to a sudden death final match on Thursday. Joining me today in the volunteer booth, we have Gingersonny as the race monitor, Shanok, Jenny, and Veva on tracking, and talking you through everything, we've got Chuckles and Gingersonny. How you guys doing?
Very well, thank you very much. How are you doing, Velvet and Chuckles?
All good. All good.
Hi everyone. Welcome back. More Zoota. Can you believe it? More Zoota and more Chuckles and Ginger commentators.
Right. It's like we've never been away. Especially, I'm sure these runners are feeling the same as well.
Yeah. I really hope. Velvet was like hoping that they had like a good sleep, and yeah, after the seed yesterday, I really hope they did.
Okay, yeah, I'm just letting them know that they can ready up whenever, because race time is not set to start automatically.
We've of course got three commentators today. We've got me, Chuckles501, we've got Gingersonny, and Ginger's keyboard. So...
Yes, well, I mean, that should be the last of the keyboard now. Fingers crossed. In theory, I shouldn't need it anymore. And if I do, I'll just
theory,
just hit the mute button, and we'll all be good. Right, so I guess we'll have a quick chat about these stats then. Now that I've let them know things are all good to go. Except I forgot because I've gone. Here we go. 12 head-to-heads, 8-4. I'm not sure if this has been updated with yesterday's race yet, but that would be 9-4 otherwise. Alexis with a lot more races, clearly, than TomPouce, who's a much newer runner in the community, but no less skilled. But 101 race wins is pretty good. From winning a third of your races, you're doing all right on Alexis's side. So Alexis
really
just needs to win.
I died, and I've come back, so
no
I'm just
problem.
Accepts everything you've said is
no problem.
Cool, and that's wicked.
So Alexis obviously one game in the lead, having won yesterday, but it's not over yet. If TomPouce comes back and wins this one, we will have game 3 tomorrow. So we're doing them back to back to back. There's no hanging about here, which is what we like to see.
Yeah, it's going to be good fun. Like, both these runners are so good, and we kind of mentioned this before, that these runners are, they're top 64 worthy. Let's not beat the bullet around it. It's not saying anything against the other runners, but this could easily have been like a winners bracket 3 match with the quality of these two runners. Like Alexis' previous 10 seed last season, TomPouce has been, playing, I think he played season 3 was his first, and then like in every single main tournament. Mixed pools did really well in that last season as well, but of course is one behind at the moment.
All right, so yeah, just a reminder, Tommy needs to jump into a VC. So that should now be the last of the
I knew you were lying before.
I promise.
I knew it.
Okay, so we're all good. Yeah, so this will be an exciting one. Kokiri Emerald start, which I guess if we need AD, it's at least one of them, one step towards the Ocarina of Time. Starting with Sarias, which it's okay, I guess. I mean, there's better songs. Whoa, off into the distance.
Wow, we went into the void there, didn't we? Yeah, Child Sarias, like if we start near the Kokiri Forest, like that's going to be a pretty nice song, because then you can whack out the school kid there. That's one kind of orphan check that you don't need to think about. And if you pick up ZL, then you could be doing Dancing Dad in the first few minutes. So
that would be nice. Also, as well, looks like we're starting as Child, which means, I mean, in theory, we could spawn anywhere. We could spawn right next to Dancing Dad and just get him out of the way straight away.
Yo, imagine that if we had one of those spawns, because you do see that sometimes, like DMC spawns. That's what I want. I want DMC spawn today.
Nice. I think I'll go for. I like I don't know if we can do it in these settings. Coming out of the carpenter's tent as child on the other side of the valley.
Yeah, we can definitely have a boys opening.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick if we
In the
ever
tent
got
opening.
that.
Yeah, I don't think
I'd quite enjoy that.
ages.
That makes some logic really freaky when that happens, and I like it. Alright, I think we're ready to go. I mean, I haven't heard from French Restream. We're obviously ready to go here.
We're chilling. We're vibing.
We're chilling. I was just quickly messaging.
Radabe, you are right on time. We're about to roll. We're about to get going. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't really know kind of these runners and kind of that. Like Alexis is just very good, like a very consistent runner. I don't think one of them is like more aggressive than the other. I'm not really entirely sure on their play styles, but the match yesterday was pretty intense. We almost had proper two runners last location, what they were doing. I think Tom completely forgot what they wanted to, what their
it was
item was in the end.
by the end of it they were both pretty much exhausted, as it did finish pretty late for them, about past 11 o'clock in fact. So we are going to be off and running very shortly.
Time is going.
Time is going. Yeah, the race has started. I think we're just a little bit behind. Let me put this chat and pop up just in case.
I'm actually kind of wary that we are watching Alexis, formerly known as Lagsland. So bear with the internet connectivity as we go through the seed. It's going to be temperamental. It's going to happen. So we apologize in advance. We may miss some hints, and we may.
Yeah. Well, what we'll do is we're not gonna. I think the only thing it'll affect is it'll affect that we might. Well, as long as it's not automated, so as long as we don't look at the race room, we will be fine. Oh, hang on. Yeah, so that's child start. Well, I mean, it's child start market. So that's the start today.
You were there guessing where the spawn's going to be, and I know you know. So,
Alexis is up and running. I'm not sure why the
Oh, okay, cool. Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. He's
looks like he's gone straight to Lon Lon. Let's see if we can see if we get anything. Looking at his tracker, he didn't get anything on the first check. So we didn't get anything on talents, unless he's not marked it yet. So that should be okay.
Yeah, I think that is right. I think that was it looked like the late owl spawn, which is a nice, interesting one.
Not a bad one. It's like skip Serenade completely. Just
it's Serenade.
Well, that's Bolero immediately. So that's another song we can go get out as child, unfortunately, but it is one.
Always good to have Bolero early on. You know, getting towards that Goron City area, just for that movement is just really, really cool.
Yeah, so just in case anyone missed it, which we did. Oh, Garuda Valley to Morpher. Okay, Valley play strong today. It's been hinted. We've got a Valley seed. Let's go.
Does this count as like Valley Lake success rate? If it's
hinted. I mean, really, you should do it blind. That's the true way of doing it.
Yeah, doing Valley Lake when it's hinted path is just like easy pickings, really.
Yeah, so Triple Factorio. Oh, actually, let's get these hints here. DC to Bongo, Bigorum dead, 40 dead, and 20 dead. Right.
Yeah, nice getting the 20 hint. That means we're guaranteed to get the 50 hint being strength or magic.
Of course.
The only time you pick up the 20 hint.
And because we've got so much money, I'm guessing we got a load of money from child shooting. So we're just going to buy the mask straight away, just in case we need it, rather than a shield. No, changing his mind. Not buying the mask. Not buying the mask. Alexis buying a shield. And Triple Factorio, yeah, I mean, I know for sure because I checked it already. The spawn is 100% owl spawn outside Hyrule Town. And I imagine Alexis literally just ran straight to Lon Lon, and that's how they got there. in the first minute before we caught up with him. So that hopefully explains what went on there. And there was nothing in challenge chickens.
Yeah, it looks though we're going to get a quick switch around of Alexis grinded the rupees and went to long run analysis market, and TomPouce did the opposite, which I actually had a seed. This was ages ago. This was like in S4, and the spawn was kind of near that area. And if you did the market minigame, you picked up the Kakiri sword to do closed medallion Deku. And it's like, I always think go and do the slingshot game is a good thing to start off with.
100%. If you're there, it's something that this level they'll get sort of 95% of the time, but it's still funny how often even the top runners will. Well, maybe not the elite runners, but like the next level down, the excellent runners even will still screw up and miss one of those red rupees that can be a bit of a pain. So yeah, you want to get it out of the way early.
We have to shout out T for those red rupees because he's always getting at me for saying you side hop 7 times and then you don't take damage and pick up all the rupees, and he's always getting at me for it. And you can go in. So.
Right, Alexis first to adult, having done this sort of loop first. There's nothing on the volcano, but we're going to get our next song now, which is... Songs are very hard, but that is the Sun Song from the volcano. I guess sort of makes sense.
Hot sun, hot song, I don't know.
I'm going to save quit back to Temple of Time. Gonna not check the medallions yet. Hasn't done the hints, I imagine. So yeah, he's gonna go get those. Oh, no, he has done the hints. No, he hasn't done the hints. He has.
No,
he just forgot.
Well,
I'm sure he did the hints first.
But yeah, I was pretty sure he also walked past that and read it. He was like, "Oh yeah, all right, I've done this already." Sorry. But also, Alexis didn't get that Grey Valley as Path to Morpher hint, so he didn't go into Hyrule Castle.
Nope.
And that's why he's gone adult. And yeah, we'll be seeing a
little bit of Valley Lake in the first 10 minutes.
Bit of Valley Lake, bit of adult CAC, so we're going to see quite a lot of stuff early on.
Yeah, pretty standard opening from Alexis here. Like nothing out of the ordinary. Basically doing what 90% of people would do, I think. With that
the boring opening, the boring CAC adult opener.
Yeah, exactly. Not just like, I'm just going to go rush the river unhinted right now. But I can't.
Yeah, I've been speaking to a few people just about like, a lot of these seeds, you can just skip the first 10 minutes. And it's like, they've probably done adult CAC in that first 10 minutes. If you start as adult. But say we started as child.
Good point from Purple Bomber. Yeah, we've had both players touching a chicken, and neither of them have been in their chickens in Kakariko.
I actually think Purple Bomber said they've both touched.
Okay, so we didn't
you need to say that out loud.
We didn't get anything there. Frogstew is dead, at least. We got nothing, which means we're going to need the hammer for the path. And there's hover boots for Alexis. So we got our first item. First major item, we've got the hover boots.
That's really good for Alexis for missing out that hint.
Yeah, we know we've got Bongo, so we are going to have to use those hover boots at some point. But fortunately for Tom, they're in a location he is 100% going to check as soon as he goes adult. 40 deads. We've already got that one, I believe. So that's the second 40 dead hint. I missed what song that was. Requiem in the window.
Yeah, it was Requiem. So interesting bit of song chaining. Might do something after, gives you something to do after adult CAC maybe if you don't pick up a bomb bag. Well, there we go.
Well, bomb bag and hovers and CAC. What is this? Stacked CAC.
Loaded stacks CAC.
And a blue fire. Rush ice intensifying nicely. That's what we like. Tom, the only advantage he's really got at the moment is he's managed to set up Pierre, and knows that we're going to need the hammer for whatever's in the valley. But beyond that, he's not really got anything from this early child Valley Lake loop.
Yeah, the only good thing potentially is the Pierre. Probably the only good thing from it. And if we don't see Serenade.
Yeah, it can be a pain to come here and set it up unless you're sort of planning to. But again, Alexis, I believe, when they get the hint for Valley eventually, then well, I mean, assuming they get the hint for Valley, depends when they get it, I guess. But it is a child hint, so I mean, it's a good place to get it because you're only going to get it as child.
TomPouce gets a shield, so if he wasn't going to buy one, then he's got one there.
Yeah, free shield. I know Alexis bought one. I don't know if Tom. I don't think Tom did. So there you go. Have a free shield. Never buy a shield not punished.
Oh, and it looks like Tom's going to do even more extended child by heading towards Kakiri Forest, which I like. Just do.
Yeah, at this point,
started
I
Valley
think
Lake. You may as well do it all.
You've got one check on field on the way. It's sort of easy enough to get. Yeah, I mean, I kind of think you've committed to child at this point. Why not go Kakiri from here? I quite like the idea.
I like it too.
You can back there. It doesn't take too long. It's like a minute and a half or something.
Yeah,
not
and
too
you get
bad.
the hint in Open Grosso and things like that as well.
Save Mido providos as well.
Mm-hmm.
Second day in a row, Triss would not have been punished, as there's absolutely nothing on. There's the second Frogs 2 dead. Absolutely nothing on Dompe race today. Complete waste of time.
Yeah, skip adult cack. Come on, skip adult graveyard even. You want to do cack today because you've got quite a few items in that.
Yeah, cack's been stacked. Stackerico village today.
Yeah.
But we do have that Sun Song, which is nice. We can get this one out of the way.
Thinking about the future as well, I think it's even with Alexis not knowing what the Medallion Stone layout is. I just think you do, well, I was going to say you just do adult cack, but he just has Bolero and he can hover over from there now with the hover boots from that Warp song, so this seems like a good time of doing this. If he was going to do this, maybe he should have done the cack grotto, because he's basically going to leave that now if he plays Bolero after this.
Right, meanwhile, Alexis going and collecting all the songs, used Requiem, and gets Nocturne. Okay, well that's good. That's no Nocturne shenanigans today.
Yeah, and Colossus is path to Bongo, so believe it or not, that's resulted.
There we go. Well, would you believe it?
Shocker! The song location for Bongo has the song we need for it.
And Big Pose is dead, so again, that's nice. That looks like a blue pea.
I don't mind.
Scale.
Scale.
Maybe a piece of heart. Well, it could be. Is it scale? I mean, maybe.
I bet. It's blue.
It's something
not the
blue.
fire arrows.
Definitely something blue.
Something borrowed. Something new. Something blue.
Got the heartbeat, so we can go do some DMC. Nothing in Midos either. Wow, this child one has been foolish, really. I mean, there's nothing other word for it. It's been barren as anything. It's got nothing. Mido had nothing. Q Forest had nothing. Valley Lake, inaccessible. Nothing.
Oh,
Kakiri Forest to Queen Goma.
Goma, though.
So we need storms.
He did the Kakiri sword check, right?
Yeah, so it's a storms check. So we need Song of Storms and we need Hammer for 2 of our paths, which and a way to get over to the Hammer.
Well, this may work out for Tom now because we've seen quite a lot of adult songs and we haven't picked up the Song of Storms. So the likelihood of the Sarius check being Storms is pretty big now. So maybe he picks up Storms, picks up the Kakiri sword, or something that leads to the Kakiri sword, like a hook shot, and then has quite a bit of direction to go.
Oh, and that was Goron City to Volvagia, which I guess is a good place for that one. It's next door. Chat pointed out that no, he didn't actually do Kakiri sword chest. I assumed he did because I saw him coming from that area. Oh, there's a hook shot.
That's the hook shot that I was talking about.
There we go.
Wow.
So I guess he just went and got the skull. Presumably it's nighttime, and then went to Midos, but did not actually go and check the Kakiri sword chest. So King Zora is dead. He will be staying frozen. That bottle of blue fire will not be passed on to unfreeze the king.
Hashtag no KZ.
Hashtag no KZ. Yeah, we've got a we got a command for that. Well, sort of. Let him KZ skip. I wish. I wish that was still there. Oh, hey, Stone of Agony. So, literally nothing in this child run. This is terrible now.
Completely dead.
This is very bad. I mean, I guess it's all checks that Alexis is probably going to have to do at some point. But it doesn't feel very good to spend the first 15 minutes and literally get no major items. Apart from a shield. Which, does that count as a major item? I don't think so.
No way, not in this reality. I think the saving grace that Alexis will eventually do the vast majority of what Tom has done. You never know if the requirement of Pierre and fire is required. That might be helpful for Tom.
Valley to Morpher. Okay, Alexis knows now.
Okay.
And there's a Mirror Shields.
We don't know at the moment if we need that.
No, but it is on path to Evolve, which suggests that it's probably not that. But if it is, that'll be spicy.
Yeah.
We do have Requiem, but we need to find some strengths if that's the case.
Yeah. Oh, this is Song of Time as well. This sucks.
Oh, that's not a great one. Not a great one. This child run has been terrible. We get a lot of hints. Kokiri Forest again. Presumably going to go back and check where Kokiri Sword Chest now. I mean, has to. If they did not do it like we don't think they did it, then there's no other option. It's got to be done. Alexis using the big brain strats and playing Sun Song to respawn. Minuet is on Burning Cack, so we already got Saria's, so we don't really need Minuet for anything. Skull Mask is dead, so didn't need to buy the mask after all.
Big chest here in the DMT wall.
Yeah, Alexis has been able to just go and get all these items, and Tom has just got a wallet. Oh, Bomb Luck Bomb Bag.
Standard Bomb
Brilliant.
Luck Bomb Bag.
That's what you love to see.
Oh, there's the Kokiri Sword. So that path to Goma is the bloody slingshot.
Oh, well, in that case... In that case, yeah. Oh, Alexis can just basically ignore that check when he... Oh, and Tom gets a combo. Alexis can basically just ignore that check then. Didn't have to go back and do it. Unless she really wants a slingshot.
Well, unless it's something that leads to the slingshot, like a bow. Imagine that.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point, actually. Well, Tom's going to show us in a minute. There's the other
This
King's
feels kind of
Order.
grim. Tom's like maybe based his whole routing behind this potentially being the Kokiri Sword, and he's going to get a slingshot, and he's going to throw his toys at the pram.
So bad. It's like I did a 20-minute child one, and all I got was this lousy slingshot. At least he can go back and do target inwards straight away, I guess. It's the silver lining.
It's a big chest here for
Meanwhile,
both runners.
Alexis
Strength.
gets the strength. Oh! That's
Double
not
strength?
a slingshot. That's a
not a
strength.
Well, that's Alexis's strength is accessible without that strength.
Yeah, I mean, it's very easily accessible without this. Yes, we had simultaneous strengths. What on earth is going on?
Tom just getting time of day here, and also is going. No, you've done slingshot game. Okay, you can wait. That's fine.
Yeah, he can clear out night. Well, not clear it out unless he wants to do a 1 in 32, which I've already commentated on one blind 1 in 32 that was successful first time in the last week. I think 2 is a bit much, but we'll see.
It's one of those things that I don't even bother, even in RSL. Like I just don't even bother with it.
Knocked on Kokiri Sword was on top of DC, just lying there. Richard's mum, not a good woman today. She's very cheap and only gives us a blue rupee, which I guess we can use later.
It's that strength is helpful, but it's not helped Tom's routing whatsoever in this child section, so he'll be going straight to...
No, but finally going to start getting some items now. So the next sort of 10 minutes for Tom will just be, oh, now I'm getting items, great. Wish I could have had anything in my first run that was useful.
I wonder if Tom will read the pedestal and see if Dodongo is a stone or not, because if DC is a stone, maybe he avoids going into DC. which
Oh, that could be
I
bad.
don't like because DC is just so good, and we don't know what our AD song is, right? So
Nope, only Burning Cack. I mean, S5 DC used to be super strong, but it's not quite as strong anymore. But we've got our medallions anyway. So Deku, Water, Spirit, Fire, Shadow, Forest.
ooh, so no DC
No
on the
Stone
mid list
DC.
today.
Okay.
So what are our stones? Our stones are Jabu in DC. If we pick up a scale, then AD could be ZL.
Yeah, it's looking like we're kind of get one of his easy ADs that suggests that it's absolutely possible and quite likely. But
Yeah, that
we'll have to
brand
look at
does
that.
like to be
Look at that
hidden.
item menu for Tom. It's so depressing. It's one strength and a fucking Nehru's love. That's it for 20 minutes.
If somebody comes in and like looks at the tracker layout and is like, "How's Alexis got all these items?" It's like, wow, it went
Yeah. Adult one much stronger than child one today. Absolutely confirmed.
Oh man, it's going to be nighttime for Cac, so he's not going to be able to get the bomb bag from Andrew.
Oh dear. Yeah, and I don't think it's going to wait an entire night cycle. I do not see that. We've got Sunsong though, so I mean, I guess could just Sunsong it. It's
Oh, okay, we good, yeah.
yeah, he went and played Bolero and got the Sunsong, so
We good.
that's good. Hi Alicia, yeah, we've been to CAC with Alexis, which is where we picked up our bomb bag and what else was it? Hover boots? Was it hover boots? I think it was hover boots and the bomb bag. It was Stackaruko village today.
We got some good stuff today.
I
Yeah,
shall
Tom might do Rufio. we can't confirm or deny that he will do though. After yesterday's seed.
Right. Nothing on the king.
Yeah, DC was pretty barren. Yeah, not having that strength might hurt him quite a bit. I'm not having the bomb bag might hurt him quite a bit because I don't know whether he's going to go into DC with just the strength to pick up the second strength because you can't complete it. I mean, it's a good place to go to, but doing DC with strength is slow.
Yeah, it's slow and it's a pain having to pick up the bomb flowers everywhere. It's not what you want to do if you can help it.
But it's also like, what else can you do? You're kind of a bit lost in what you can do. You're not going to do DC. Like, you can do what? Can't even really do Goron City, right?
Alright, well, Tom not playing Sunsong yet. Maybe is going to think to do the Sunsong once he goes to Graveyard and comes back so that he can play it and spawn there and not at the complete other end of Kakariko. Perhaps that's what he's thinking. And he's going to come back for Adult Andrew. Can basically do it after Graveyard if he wants then. And I think that's probably what's
Requiem now. So he might play that.
Yeah, he could just Requiem, but then he can come back here because they'll have Nocturne. So I guess it'll work either way. But yeah, King Zoro is dead today. He will not be unfrozen. He will stay frozen. That's what I meant.
Okay, here's Alexis doing Valley Lake, and he's got a bomb bag now, so this is going to be nice for him because he can do a few more checks on the way, like these two grottos. Flames in the Royal Tomb is the Iron Boots.
Oh.
Huh.
So we're gonna need CL and or a fire source to go get those if we require them. Water is a medallion, so there's a better than even chance we might need them, and we're gonna find another one where we might need them shortly as well in a moment when we check Tech Cry.
Yeah, no ZL to pick that up as well, so that's another reason why we'd like ZL as soon as possible.
Okay, it's Tom's turn to attempt the Dompe race for no reward. Apart from hopefully setting a fast time on the imaginary leaderboard that doesn't exist.
Yeah. People focus on this so much, and it's just like, but just because there's a timer there.
Like, we know what's good and what's bad, but like, I mean, I believe the fastest I've ever seen is like a 46 or 47. I don't think it's really possible to go much faster than that.
I think 46 is like the glitchless limit, unless you have the long shot.
Yes, yeah, the long shot at the end, maybe you might be able to shave a little bit of time off. But you still have to be perfect the entire way. And
because you've
perfect
got to
with the long shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks like it's going to be a 51, which is it's pretty decent. Pretty decent. Strong enough. Didn't get bodied, but did bump into a few walls. Oh, I forgot to have a look. Did we see anything in tech type? I'm guessing not, because nobody said anything in chat about it.
Yeah.
If there was anything there, then we would have seen something.
we would have seen chat pogging if there was something.
Yeah, exactly. So it's Alexis's turn to find out that he's going to be hammerlocked for whatever this path is in the valley.
Yeah, this is kind of good for Tom because it's meant that Alexis is following in the footsteps of what Tom's done. So they've both kind of used this time up. I wonder if Tom forgot he had Sun Song and is going to get slightly bailed with the daytime conversion here and playing Nocturne to.
I mean, if he remembers, which. Oh, in fact, I've changed my mind. I think that's just a recovery heart there because it's a different colour now. Yeah, it's a different colour now on Tom's thing. It looked kind of green. Makes me think it's a recovery heart, and that they've got hearts set to match the colours that they've got. Either way, I don't think we're going to be seeing it. It did not look like anything important.
At least it won't be AD for Requiem.
Yes, again. Yeah, that's something.
Getting kind of sick of those.
Still have not seen what skulls haven't we seen? We haven't seen 50 yet or 30. So
we have 20.
Got 20 and 40 though.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, he played the Sun Song. It's all fine. He's not gonna miss the bomb. He can go and do DC with no qualms. And that's exactly where he's gonna go, I imagine.
Yeah. It's not gonna find anything though, and then it's going to be a decision on where you go afterwards.
I mean, we'll get strength 2 at least, but that doesn't really do anything for him right now.
Yeah, no. Well, we can reverse, but there's no logical way to like GTG. We'd have a hook and we'd have the strength 2, so we could wait. We could do all of Spirit.
Yeah, Spirit is calling.
Yeah.
But let me have a look. So what's a? And we don't have a Spirit path for anything, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, that's kind of an easy decision. So as soon as Alexis picks up the strength 2, probably we'll just do Child Spirit.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So I'm going to be really confused picking up this Kakiri sword.
I've seen the Goron City hint also, which means, yeah, it's probably going to do the exact same thing as Alexis did, so I don't see him missing anything. He's going to do Child GC, he's going to check the maze, he's going to pick up whatever this was, I forget. Oh, the second bomb bag, yeah. That was the bomb-locked bomb bag.
Can never have too many explosives.
No. Didn't look like anything on shard fishing, but I think we saw that already from Tom.
This could be interesting if there's something in this scrub grotto or remote grotto, because I can see Tom not coming here anytime soon.
Yes, that's a good point, especially because he's already done the open grotto and was here without the bombs.
Yeah, he's already walked this way. Alexis will pick up another hint here in the remote grotto, so we're still missing a path, and of course 50 is looming, and also our knowledge of what's on AD.
Purple bomb, very good point. But yeah, Tom now knows that Kikiri sword, the strength did not lead to the Kikiri sword. It's just a slingshot, and now getting strength 2. So that's some pretty good news. Got a bit of direction now, finally. Sub 30 silver gauntlets, yes.
Oh, Tom, yeah, that's interesting that the first Goron City to Volvagia hint we got was in the DMC grotto, but the second copy was just in the graveyard. So I was thinking maybe Tom wouldn't know that Goron City is path, but he does. So we'll probably see him go there after this as well and pick up that mirror shield.
No, it was in DMC. Yeah. So.
I didn't see that. Oh, Burning Cack Minuet?
Yeah, that was the second cack, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so no Burning Cack today, but still no OOT hint. And no 50 hint either, which is a bit suspicious.
Yeah, so where can ZL actually be now? So ZL can't be in the graveyard, and it can't be in ice. So we're looking at Prelude and OOT is the only 2 places it can be.
Yeah.
Minuet. Yeah, I knew I was missing one.
Minuet, yeah.
Okay, we haven't been to Advice yet.
Yeah, it can't be Prelude because Prelude's behind water, so it's got to be Minuet or all dungeons.
Could be early BK. Do we know where the BK is in water?
No, that's a good point, actually. We don't.
Oh,
but the irons are sealed locked anyway.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah,
doubly
right.
locked.
Yeah, okay.
It's a combo lock.
Fair point. So it probably is. It's Prelude, isn't it? It's a Minuet. It's just chilling in Adolescent.
That's most likely, which means we're probably not going to see OOT today. But
yeah. Alexis, it's a big chest.
Wait, yeah, no, don't
don't
don't Sunsong out. Just instinctive. There we go.
Yeah, like this is gonna be nothing, and then just oh wait, hold on. Yeah, because the hint for Kikiri Forest to Goma is actually here in Kikiri Forest.
Yes, and it's going to be very disappointed.
Yeah, just, no, don't leave, please. Yeah,
looks like it's just going to go straight to Deku first,
yeah,
though. Which,
gonna do it now.
Understandably so.
Mm-hmm.
Nose has got it. Well, no, he hasn't seen. Will he have seen? No, he won't have seen that it's a medallion yet, but sort of got everything that it needs and it's right here, so it's just gonna go do it. That's the second skull mask hint. So nothing new yet. I don't even think we might see the second hint. We might do it the side halfway, but I don't think so. We're just gonna go straight into Deku. No picking up that second hint. Not bothered.
Yeah, I think missing one path only is a bit of a trek there. I mean, I would always pick it up because I think the knowledge is always good. But the hints aren't as, without the foolish hints, they're not as powerful as.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure. If
Okay,
you want to play standard with foolish hints, then you can of course sign up to play the season 4 of League.
Yes, that's correct. They are going back to foolish areas, or keeping it at foolish areas, I guess. But in terms of League purposes, no dungeon ER though. Yeah, that's right.
No.
Just for weeklies at the moment. I've got the dungeon ER. There's a bow in Deku that will surely come in handy.
Yeah, we're like running away with items, aren't we? Really, like we're missing hammer, we're missing dins and magic, and lights.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, Med Forest, Med Spirit, both completable. So we're going to have Deku also done. So we're going to have 3 of our 6 medallions done by the first hour, probably, or somewhere like that. No, maybe not the first hour, but like first hour and 15.
And so I think the Hammer Rocks has got to be a long shot, right? If I'm thinking about it, if it's Path to Morpho and we've...
Yeah, could be a tunic.
Oh, it could be a tune. That would be pretty grim if we don't find a long shot before that point. That would be fun. A wallet? Oh yeah. A wallet to buy the tunic. Now that would be nasty. Yeah, we got 1 wallet though. That's true. But we'd need seconds to buy the tunic. But that wouldn't make it Path, I believe.
Yeah, if there's no Zora tunic available, you would need both wallets to buy the Zora tunic.
Could be Magic Letter or Boomerang. Yeah, okay, yeah, it could be all of those, but
It could be some things, but we would hope that it leads towards the
the
long shot.
The long shot will be
We
at
would
the end
hope.
of one of those.
Okay, all shielded up.
Alright, we've got time for some high Goma, by Goma. Poke it in the eye 3 times with a sharp stick, although technically it's a sharp butter knife. Just with the damage potential of a sharp stick / stored in it.
Yeah. Oh, we got a red tunic being bought by Tom.
Okay, I mean, got 5 hearts, so that's an unusual choice. Not upgrade. I mean, it's low on hearts right now, I guess, so it does make it easier for not having to mess about trying to find health. But it's going to do that anyway, just because. And there's Alexis with our first medallion of the day, and it's the useless medallion, but it's the one that we've got to get anyway. So.
It's the one that I call the shite medallion.
Yep. It does literally nothing. It's just there, just to be there, because you get it for free. Tom about to get their hook shot. Alexis about to do all of the child stuff that Tom did at the beginning of the race, and he'll be very disappointed.
Yeah, I wonder if you imagine if you did the massive aggressive thing and just skipped everything in Lost Woods and just went to get the song and then went.
So many checks. I mean, the thing is people complain about things like chickens, but then they'll go to Lost Woods and they'll do Ocarina mini game, and they'll do walking all the way here to I'll do grinding for root. There we go. There's Prelude is OOT. So that basically confirms it now.
Yeah.
But they'll do all of these and not complain, and yet make them do some chickens, and it's like, I hate chickens. I hate Valley Lake.
So I guess with maybe the information that Tom's got, it just makes sense to. What he doesn't have, Tom. Why don't? I'm guessing he picked up the hook. He picks up the hook. Okay. Yeah, it kind of makes sense for Tom now to head towards Minuet and maybe do the first. He doesn't have the bow, so maybe do the first few checks there and pick up ZL, because you probably will need it for Spirit Key Logic anyway. Yeah, I think we'll get more of Ginger's sassy opinions.
One of those days today, perhaps. We'll see. I had a great time though, so probably that's about as sassy as the opinions are going to get today.
No.
But we'll
We
see.
all like sassy opinions.
We'll see. I'm sure there's some fire left somewhere that I can bring.
Oh, we've pretty much got a bit of a 7-year high five there.
Yeah, we do actually. And we've also got the Mido Skip. And, no need to play a song. It's slow. Let's just clip through.
Tom's got 1 rupee, so won't be doing that check. He's just walked past.
Nope. Not right now.
Yeah, we got the iron boots are on the composer's torches chest.
And there's a boomerang in Goron City, half Goron City.
Oh. What check was that on?
That was on Hot Rodder.
Ooh.
So that's a bomb locked one.
Dang. Okay, so Rang. I'm trying to think what else could it be. Like, what else could it actually be other than just chilling in Jabu? Like,
Yeah, at this point, it kind of could just be chilling in Jabu. We only got the mirror shield and the boomerang so far, which neither of them really leads us anywhere. But like, not anywhere we want to go. And there's ZL on Minuet as predicted. Especially once we saw the hint that OOT was Prelude.
There we go. We're going to see a bit of forest now.
Don't think we saw this check from Tom, as he didn't have bomb bags when he was a child, so this will be a...
He just did it as adult. It's nothing.
Oh, he just did it as adult, of course.
Yeah.
In which case, we have seen this check.
Trying to get past that by using...
That's an interesting way of doing it.
Yeah.
You got 19 knots. Might as well have used one of them, but...
Yeah. I get it if you haven't got it equipped, but if you've just got the nuts equipped, it's like...
Try
This is
for
how I do
swag,
this.
I think.
I side hop there as well, and I don't see anybody else doing it, so I'm happy that...
Hey, someone else is in the side hop up the stairs.
Yeah.
Of,
It's like
Forest
you get a
Temple
good
lobby.
angle to get the skull as well. It's like just nice.
Yeah, it just kind of sets you up. You can see it, so you know when to stop to shoot. You don't have to like turn and go, oh no, I'm not quite right. Fiddle about. Makes sense.
I'm pretty sure it loses time over just rolling, but
Maybe, but I mean, we're talking maybe like a second or something.
Yeah.
I don't think.
when you start doing something, you just got to keep going.
Yeah. better to do muscle memory that you're confident with than try something that maybe saves a second, and that you could mess up and then it doesn't save you any time at all.
So Tom didn't pick up a key, but did have Song of Time, so could have gone into the courtyard and do the rest of Forest. But he has the whole of Spirit to do. And the reason why he went there was to get Zio anyway, so he's happy to leave.
Yep, that's right. I mean, I guess it's a bit of a pain to get back there if he does want to get back there later, but without the bow and without anything really pointing him towards it, and it is Forest.
Yeah.
He's not really at the I don't know what to do phase, so he doesn't really need thinking time right now. He's got a whole Spirit Temple ahead. Well, adult Spirit.
I always find it kind of funny that the Spirit Temple doesn't require a bow. Like, it's such a late dungeon.
Yeah, exactly.
You need a bow
It's
so much throughout the game that...
Yeah, it's one bit just not required.
Hmm.
So we could work out from Tom's side what's on Child Spirit, but we don't need to because Alexis is very generously showing us what's on Child's side right now.
No, and we've got a small key here in the first chest.
Okay, so that's a key.
Yeah,
One
which was
key.
ZL locked as well, so worth going to pick up the ZL.
Definitely.
We've not seen the well yet, if that's the question, Monchi.
Nope, still need to go get Storms for that.
We haven't got storms. Yo, Killer Beans, thanks for the sub. Cheers, dude.
What up, Beans? Sub 30 Silver Gauntlets, yeah. Stackerico, as usual. And a few interesting paths. Which we haven't resolved yet, which is Valley, whatever's Valley to Morpher is on Hammer Rocks, and Goron City is either Mirror Shield or Boomerang currently as path to Volvagia, which I'm not sure about either of those, but that's what we found so far.
We got a BK on child side for Spirit. So unfortunate for Tom, not going to be able to find. I really hope Tom didn't waste time doing like, what's it called? Bow crap.
Yeah.
Picking up the boss key because it's just chilling on child side.
Yep. We'll see how far Tom goes before they. You could just find like a ton of items, which.
BK here, or BK, big chest here.
Magic! Okay, nothing to use it with, but we've got it for later.
Yeah, we need that. We'll take it.
Yeah, it's required to beat the game.
If Tom had bins, could have done the fire lock checks here, but no fire source.
Nope.
We're going to get another high five, another 7-year high five.
Yeah.
This is kind of funny. I like this. We've had 2 of these.
Alexis might actually be able to carry on and do a map chest, but Tom not able to do. Out of logic, as, I believe doing it with sticks as a child is out of logic, but I don't know. Spirit key logic is a different beast entirely.
It's not doing it with sticks is the problem. It's how the logic works. And you know what? I'm too tired, and
It's been a long day.
It doesn't matter enough for me
talking.
to even consider it today. I'm just kind of happy that we don't need to think too much about Spirit Temple today. We don't need to think about Requiem or Spirit Temple. Yeah, we haven't really found much bullshit today. Like, it's been a nice seed at the moment.
The only thing maybe nagging at the back of us is, and we've still got so many items, I can't see that it's that likely. But the only thing really nagging at the back of us, I believe, is we still haven't seen 50, which 50 hint. Which, if we got 250 skulls in a row, I think our runners not going to be too happy.
Yeah, because they're on 3 and 7 skulls.
And there's a big bow. Well, we know the big pose is useless, so that bottle is essentially useless. As we might not even go and get rid of a big bow, so it's just going to clog up an inventory spot.
Actually, a shame because we don't have opponents yet, so it would have been nice for that big bow to be useful. Another big chest.
Hammer. Okay, so we can go. We can go clear our. Go find out what's our path in Valley now.
Mirror shield to Volvagia, anybody? I don't understand. Pass.
Yeah.
There was a.
What do we find in Spirit so far? I mean, yeah, that's not mirror locked, is it, Shannock? So,
yeah.
What else is in here, if anything?
Rang, locks.
Rang for Child Spirit. Well, there's Ruto's letter.
Ooh, because we don't have a slingshot because of all of our elongated paths for the slingshot. So it's the Rang to get the BK. So the Rang locks the slingshot. All of our slingshots are in Jabu.
That's no good.
That's enough Spirit Key shenanigans that I'm able to cope with. No more, please. Oh yeah, all behind basically everything else that was small key locked. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's pretty twisty logic there. Not the greatest, but sort of difficult to understand. But like the seed at least makes it kind of straightforward. Anyway, even if it's a little bit twisty, I don't think our runners should have too much difficulty working out that the slingshots are locked behind Strength 2 and the Rang.
Diesel, I've already advertised League. I'm not allowed to do it again. I have one more opportunity to advertise the podcast later on, and then that's my advertising budget done.
And there's all our bomb bags, by the way. That's bomb bag percent in the first hour.
Fuck, I've already done it. Okay. Alright, I have another opportunity to talk about it in an hour's time.
That's fair. You can. Sounds about right. No problem with plugging the podcast.
Anything for more OoT content.
Right? I mean, it's not like there isn't enough of it right now.
No.
Bit quiet. Not a lot going on in the OoT world right now, so.
It's kind of funny, like, there was a brief period where there was, like, nothing going on. It's like all of the Challenge Cup quarterfinals, like, all seemed to happen on the same day. Like, it seemed like the Season 6 tournament on ZSR got delayed by people not arranging matches, and then suddenly we've got matches every day this week. And I think there's even a match happening on ZSR right now, isn't there? There's
yeah, there is. There is a match on ZSR, yeah.
Ryu Kane versus... Is it Ryu Kane?
Yeah, it's the Ryu Kane one. It's a Say.
Oh my god.
Yeah, which I'm going to watch the VOD for that after this, because I really want to watch that match.
Holy moly, should we just all, like, head over to ZSR? No, I'm joking!
You mean I've got it up on my phone right now? No, I haven't.
To be fair, like, this match is just as pog. So...
It is. It genuinely is. Like, I'm super happy that we've got this match. Adiz is tracking it, so yeah, he's gonna be off in a minute to go do that. Fair enough.
Imagine if I was also tracking. Do you think I could do both at the same time? I could
track one race and commentate another. I am not thinking that's a good. I mean,
100% my performance in tracking would be impacted rather than my commentators, because my tracking is dreadful anyway.
Right. Yeah, I think the tracking would be the hard bit, especially because you're talking about something different. Like to track one and talk about the other will definitely mix things up.
Lonk bonk emote that Dust has placed.
Wow, and a hat. That's amazing. Dog with a hat. Link the doggo with
The dog
with his hammer.
Let me bash you. Okay, so Tom got unfortunately locked out of Adult Spirit because didn't have the boss key, so heading back there in a bit, but has stuff to do with the Kikiri sword, so he'll be traipsing over to
Kikiri Forest and Deku Tree, and then maybe show us that hint that Alexis skipped, possibly.
And also, yeah, Alexis is going to be doing the entirety of Forest, so we know this is the BK here, and then we're going to see the rest of the Forest Temple. Yeah, we have the Rang already. Got the Rang. What are we missing? What path are we missing? We've got a Morpher, we've got a Bongo, we've got a Goma, we've got a Volvagia, so we could be seeing potential PG
or Twin Rover. But
Twin Rover. Actually, maybe our there's a potential we don't have a PG path. We've got 2 strengths. We have probably both access to Minuet and Saria's. Oh, we started with Saria, so yeah, just ignore that. Bows and hooks are kind of the things that we're looking for. We're looking to see if we've got any hook lock hooks or bow lock bows. Otherwise, we may not have a path. Yeah, we'll definitely see at least Mirror Shield, the Twin Rover. That hint's already been... Oh, this is when we have to kind of... How does the hint placement work? So... Oh no, the Goron City is to Rang, not to the Mirror Shield. Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be Rang.
So we could see double Goron City. We might see Goron City to Twin Rover in a bit. Yeah, where is the horse? Good question. Like,
Might get a look at Dancing Dad here as well, which I'm not sure we've seen from Alexis.
I
don't remember him giving Darunia joy, so...
That sounded so dirty.
Right.
I don't remember giving Darunia joy.
Darunia joy. Well, you can get your mind out of the gutter.
I've got a story for later on if we get bored of watching.
If we get to a dead spot about 2.5 minutes, 2.5 hours in. Only $5, I know, right? That's
definitely got more than that. That's another story for another day as well.
Oh yeah, opportunity votes the star dust spamming the Darunia dance chat emote that we have got under the 7TV. This brand new nonsense of crazy animated emotes for free. So,
yo, 7TV on the Silver Gauntlets at last.
I think 7TV works on YouTube as well. I saw, which is like that's pretty crazy.
Oh, how does that work?
I'm guessing for like YouTube live streams and like the live
really?
chats.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because YouTube emotes, I'll be honest, I think we're a bit naff compared to Discord emotes. I think there's not much comparison. So YouTube needs some better emotes.
I was going to say, was that Hyrule Warriors? That's that.
It's Hyrule Warriors. I love that game.
The first Hyrule Warrior, like not the Ooga Bajoogie one. What's the second one called?
Played them both. Don't remember.
Yeah,
Memory
the second
awful.
one I didn't
Legends.
really enjoy. The one that was based on Breath of the Wild. The first one, where you can play as like Darunia and Ruto and play all those.
I loved that first one.
That was so good.
It was excellent.
Yeah. I played that before I got back into, like, started playing Randomizer, and it was just, like, such a nostalgia rush playing that game. It's amazing. Whilst we're plugging things, we might as well plug something else. If you feel like you could be the quickest person in the Ocarina of Time community to beat the Deku Tree, then go and check out DocKeeps' dungeon challenge that he's running at the moment. Every week, new dungeon that is selected, and it's just how quickly can you complete said dungeon.
Oh, that's nice. That's interesting. Speaking of heaps, I believe he is over on ZSR right now. There's more crossovers. So
there we go.
I believe he will be talking about that race. So
show our love the DocKeeps.
Love heaps here. Heaps is great. Yes, likewise as well. If you do want to come support us, join me and Chuckles in the booth, or just feel like you'd like, oh, that tracking looks like fun. I'm watching anyway. I might as well press some buttons or race monitor, like me and Katrine, or say Katrine is the main race monitor, as she's very, very fast to volunteer for things. You got to be on point if you want to race monitor. But yeah, it's options available. Then please feel free up the Discord, put in a volunteer application. Tell us who you are, what you feel like doing, and one of our community managers will get back to you.
Yeah,
we always love to welcome new people. Hashtag not a cult.
We may be coming to the end game of the Challenge Cup here on TSG, but I'm pretty sure that we will be hosting even more races, whether they're community races like RSL Pictionary, or whether it's the Triforce Blitz tournament that I know Dastar is being involved in quite heavily from an organisation side point. So there's going to be many, many more races, maybe even some league showcases as well. Oh, I mentioned league again. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we might get. We have previously, so hopefully that'll all be able to be sorted as well. So I'd love to get a few league races on here also. So I do enjoy me a bit of league. We get a nice selection of different levels of players because You know, we like to, if we do league over here, we like to not just focus on sort of the top few divisions, but you know, maybe showcase some of the lower division runners, some scrubbier players perhaps who are looking to climb the leaderboards.
Yeah,
So
and it's good to showcase. Like I remember, my first restream was on TSG when I was in Division 8.
right,
And
exactly. And look
it's
at you
just been
now.
nice to get that exposure, and also watching. You know, sometimes you watch these top tier racers, and it's kind of like, I will never be able to do what these runners do. So what's the point in me trying?
Right.
And kind of watching, you know, lower execution runners like beat seeds through logic and their knowledge of the game is actually a lot more interesting, I think.
Yeah, I absolutely enjoy it. I love to see it. So and like you say, it's a very good experience, especially of like having a restream and being broadcast to people and ending up on YouTube and all of that. You know, for eternity, as long as YouTube servers exist, anyway.
Wow, I might try and find my Division 8 restream from over 2 years ago now and see if it made the transfer over to...
There's a chance it's on there, yeah.
Yeah, made the transfer to YouTube before BaseBot started.
Yeah, right. Baseball, they're on top of basically everything. I mean, I think at this point, between here and ZSR, baseball basically keeps everything running. A lot of responsibilities.
Lens of Truth in the Forest Temple, not the most helpful item. We're not going to have any kind of crossing considerations, so it's just going to be for treasure chest game. And this play from Tom going at River is interesting because, yeah, he's going to go and hand in the letter, which is needed to go into ice. But this is kind of like, are you doing Jabu at this point? If you're making this run up here, are you going to leave Jabu?
That's a good question. I would say probably not. I would say I'd probably do it.
Like, you've got Forest you could do, you've got... yeah, the whole of Forest, the rest of Spirit. So this is an interesting decision about why Tom's decided to do this now.
Well, we'll see if it pays off, but in the meantime, that is happy 1 hour, so let's get some shoutouts going while I've still got them up in the chat before they scroll away. So we'll start with a French restream. Why not? We have a French restream today, so if you're a francophone for this all French matchup, it would make sense that there would be a French restream. Today's French restream is Casey Necho, one of my favourite French streamers, so yeah, absolutely. If you want to go watch in French, you want to hear some French rather than some Brits talking, that's your choice. Race monitor is myself. I'm also commentating today. With me is Chuckles, who, you know, everyone knows Chuckles. I love commentating Chuckles. Had a long day, but is fighting through it to come and bring us some joy this evening on this race. Two runners, the most important ones, because without them there'd be nothing for us to talk about. That's Alexis and TomPouce, two of the top runners. So please do give them a follow. Trackers today, Via and Jenny Bees, and our restreamer is Velvet. So doing a double up today, as they were restreamer yesterday as well. So many thanks to everybody involved. I think I got everyone.
Pretty sure you did. Dastar saying, am I bringing joy for $5? No, I actually paid $5 to the Silver Gauntlets. So
right.
they could, so the bot would give my elephant when it's posted. So I'm just going to... Even more advertising from Chuckles501 today.
Yes.
Oh.
And that's right, the start. Yeah, if there's a game 3, Velvet will be back tomorrow for game 3. I don't know, Thursday for game 3. We'll have a day off at least, everybody. Velvet will be back for that one.
And then who's commentating Friday?
Well, who could that be?
Who do you want?
I don't know who you're talking about, Chuckles.
Who do you want, chat? Who's the best? I mean, Mel's going to be joining us. So
Yeah,
the
Mel's
answer
Mel's
is Mel.
Mel's the star. Let's be fair. We were. Yeah, so Melky will be joining us in commentary, which is going to be so fun. I love coming with Mel. She's awesome. Mel's the star. Hmm. Wait, that's why they've never been seen in the same room.
Mel and the star. I'm pretty sure there's a video of them together.
Wait, they have been seen in the same room. What's going on? Yes, I forgot about
Tobias and Dastar. Like, wow. I know you don't need to tell the truth and hurt us, Tofal.
I mean, yeah, they are pretty star quality as well. Double restreamer doing commentary. I don't know for the last time.
Less Tobias Dastar and commentating, more Tobias and Dastar racing each other for charity.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, don't really see Tobias or Dastar commentating very much generally. So it's always a nice treat if we can get them. But Dastar's broken something. What have you broken?
I think Dastar just didn't want to say. Didn't want to race Tobias anymore.
Yeah, I mean, what we've done two now, I think, including a crowd control, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Dastar has a price, Ben. Apparently, mine's $5.
Right? Yeah, $5. Which I mean, what is that in exchange rate? Like £3.50 or something? Like that's
yeah, something like that. Cheap as chips.
Cheapest chip. Well, I'm not sure you can buy chips for £3.50.
Yeah, not for my chippy. Not for my chippy.
Not in this economy.
I don't know. Maybe northern chips are more expensive than, or cheaper than us southern chips down here.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I've been living in the north for a little while now, so they're not that much cheaper than down south. I can assure.
I was speaking to Decker, who lives he's very northern, and he was like, the day it turns to £4 for a pint of beer will be a catastrophe for the north.
They'll still be able to say, well, at least it's not £7.50. Like
that is very true. Yeah, very, very true.
And there's our 50 hint. That was the one we didn't get earlier.
Oh,
it
was
dead.
Dead?
It's a huge rupee.
Okay, I'm happy. Did it say slingshot? No.
I don't think so. I think it was a huge rupee.
Okay.
Sure.
I was going to say, the logic wouldn't make sense then.
Yeah, Alexis is very, very fast. Top 64 runner who actually went pretty deep into the top 64 of season 5, if I remember last year. So has the pedigree of you get 2 frames tops to see a hint, and that's that. If you happen to blink, you ain't gonna see whatever it was.
He came. I think he did make the top 64. Like I said, he was the 10 seed, and I think he was knocked out in the first few rounds. But
yeah,
was
maybe
really
he didn't go as far as I thought. But
yeah.
the quals were. Oh, mixed pools was where he really shined. That's right.
Yeah, mixed pools he did pretty well.
Very, very good.
He got to the bracket phase in that. And also, he was in League Season 2 in Division 4 and was first place, so promoted into Division 3. And then League Season 3 and Division 3, he actually won that again, and so we'll be in Division 2 next time.
There we go, back-to-back promotions. I mean,
yeah,
guy's on a tear right now. And is 1 win away from the finals of the Challenge Cup as well, which very exciting. But we've got a long way to go before that happens.
But Tom's at the moment is in Jabu. So this is kind of strange. I don't know whether he's pushing the Goron City Rang Because
I mean, yeah, it's possible. I mean, it's not the simplest in logic necessarily to work out.
No.
It should have the information.
Yeah, Tom does have the information because, of course, he doesn't have the boss. He doesn't know that the boss key isn't a fire lock check. It could be that the boss key isn't a fire lock check. So he doesn't have all of the information to make that judgment. But I think you should be resolving that information that you potentially have before coming and doing Jabu.
I would agree with you. Yeah, I think the Jabu play is a bit unusual, but I guess he's thinking, well, I've got everything I need to play a Jabu. Might as well do it, I guess.
Yeah, it goes back to where we were saying before, like he had the tools to do Forest and he had the tools to complete. So I'm just throwing the rang into the floor. I wonder if he is thinking about this rang leading to, and he knows it. He knows.
Yeah, he
Prelude
knows it
on
can't be
AD.
anything. He knows Prelude on AD. I'm not really sure why he's clearing out Jabu here. To be fair with you, this seems an unusual choice. I think it's fair to say. But I mean, you know, maybe light arrows are just chilling on Baronade and it works out. We'll have to find. We'll have to see.
Yeah, totally. You're saying that he has bow, strength, hammer, hookshot, and the wallet, and the hollow boots. So there's literally nothing that the rang.
Charlotte with a good point. It might be because when you're one down in the best of three, you can kind of tend to react two different ways. Well, three, I guess. You could stick to what you know, just play it as you think. You could be maybe more cautious, perhaps, in that like, okay, I just got to try and play safe as possible so that I don't mess up, because then I've definitely lost. Or you could just be like, I'm going to do something that my opponent probably is not going to do, and if it pays off, great, and if it doesn't, I might still be able to, you know, well, it's only another magic, yep, so not really paying off.
I was going to say, if this is a long shot, then Jesus Christ.
Oh wow, yeah, and that's for foreheaders to foreheads at that point.
Yeah, Alexis
to
has
be.
got that first magic, so.
But yeah, hey, AD is complete. That we don't need, so that's good.
Yeah.
But
Hey, Prelude. When the spawns are where they are.
the spawns make Prelude essentially useless.
Yeah.
Hooray! So we are still missing a path, which, you know, that could still be interesting. And we still haven't seen 30 skulls either, which, okay, it's not a 50, we know that much. But considering that we're still at less than 10 skulls, 30 skulls might throw a spanner of works.
Be a good hint, yeah. Chickens is dead. Well, it's a Goron tunic, but Tom's already got a Goron tunic. I don't think Alexis has got one yet, though.
No, I don't think so. Didn't go buy one anyway, which Tom did.
Yeah, keep on seeing oops ADs when you don't need it. Happened in the ZSR match we did the other day. Ginger.
Oh yeah, that wasn't it? That was
They got AD for Requiem and it was just chilling in GTG.
That was a laugh. That was a good one. I was kind of tired for that one, sort of last minute joining, but it was a lot of fun.
Oh, well, it's one of those things where there's three of us anyway, so you know.
That's true. Yeah, it's something different about commentating with three people, like for sure. Definitely is a different type of, especially because you and Yoshi are very, very personable people. So
yeah.
So it's,
I have my opinion on three-person comms normally, and that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah. I think it probably as our 30, it's a wallet. Anyway, we're not going to be seeing that today. So no skulls, no AD. Although Tom's voluntarily done AD because why not? I guess we're going back inside the belly.
I've not seen this before. Complete Jabu, and then you know what? I'm going to do it again.
Yeah, what? Have we have had a stroke or something? Have I missed something? Like, what's skulls? It's got to be skulls, yeah, Velvet. But why? Like, and didn't you get the skulls on the way? Like, Would have been able to. No, didn't. That's coming back in for the skulls, right. I mean, you can't want the wallet, surely. So, and we know it's just 10. I guess just wants to go straight there, but I mean, surely it would be faster just to play Sun Song and get like the 2 easy skulls that are basically right next to the Skull House. Doesn't have a 50 hints this tough file. Well, that would, after yesterday's shenanigans, I guess it makes sense to prepare himself, but yeah, I don't know why.
Anybody subbed to Artificial Red? I think you know what emote you need to use right now, and it's not to dies to Big Octo.
No, no, we survived Big Octo.
Okay, so doing the Composer's Grave and picking up the Iron Boots from here. Also, we had Alexis with the Sun Song check mark, but not the Iron Boots.
Must have done it as adult and no fire source, I guess.
The Iron Boots check was in Hyrule Field, Boulder Grosso, and Lost Woods Bomb Grosso. So I hope he hasn't forgot it.
Yeah, hopefully it will come back as a child. It sucks to come back as a child when you've already been here as an adult, but... Alexis knows because he's been Boulder of Destiny, says Shannock, and Shannock is the sheet extraordinaire, so if there's any questions about like locations of hints or who saw what, Shannock is usually the go-to around here. ZSR's VXR, I mean TSG's VXR, if you will, perhaps.
Okay, Tom just missing that. Just that door is the worst enemy in the game.
Yeah, it feels bad, but
back another day.
Yeah,
no, it's there.
Still going to chase these skulls. Still traumatized after yesterday, no doubt.
Yeah, he does know 50 was the Deku Tree hint. Did Tom do that?
Apparently not, which surprises me.
20 is Temple of Time.
Because Alexis went back and did it after skipping it the first time. And Tom did not after Deku, so...
Tom, why are you playing like a maniac?
I mean, after Forest, yeah, it was Forest. Well, he's not, has he? Yeah, he's not beaten Forest, that's why. But Alexis beat Forest and checked it as an adult, because you respawn with a Deku Tree. Tom hasn't done Forest yet, which means hasn't had an opportunity to get back there, I guess. So, yeah, still doesn't know, which is a shame, because if he just took a little bit of extra time to check, then he wouldn't be wasting all this time going back into Jabu again. For one thing. But who knows? Top 10 might be important, in which case, yeah, I mean, Alexis is going to check it anyway, but he might get whatever it is a bit earlier.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here a little bit confused.
It's like the one hint that you skip just happens to be the hint that actually should save you basically the last 4 minutes, I want to say, of this seed for Tom. Didn't need to do any of this and is just going to keep
plugging time into it.
Yeah, it's another few minutes going to be wasted here, which against Alexis is I don't know, it's pretty lethal. Although yesterday was not really a fair comparison because it was just such a strange seed.
Yeah, that was. I was half watching that and playing Metroid Prime at the same time. I was just like, "Why is he not over?"
Right? Yeah, exactly. It's just constant, like all the time. It's like, oh well, this is it. This is GG for Tom now. And, oh no, wait, no, it's GG for Alexis, and it's like, oh no, it's GG for neither of them. We're still here, 3 hours and 20 minutes in.
I'm just kind of hoping Tom writes. I hope Tom just
Oh,
hasn't
Velvet saying
forgotten.
Tom wrote in his chat that it's 50, so he's gonna be chasing 50 hard. It seems like until he gets that second hint, presumably, or beats Forest and remembers to check. Which is bad because he's going to waste a load of time in Forest collecting all of those skulls as well.
Well, I hope he goes into Forest soon because like that's actually a progression dungeon. This is just not.
Yeah, this is literally wasting time.
There's no. He hasn't forgot that he's got all this progression to do.
Yeah, I mean, with so much possession. Oh, and yeah, that's a good point. Alexis has just beaten Troll Rover without getting trolled too badly. That is the third medallion, so it's 3-1 in terms of medallions already. So, I mean, there we go. There is the prediction paid. So enjoy your channel points, whatever you choose to do with them.
Okay, so let's have a look and see what Alexis is doing now, because he had this kind of double progression dungeon to do, and he's done that. Hasn't really picked anything up from it.
No.
He's heading towards GTG, which we know will be in Logic, because Epona song has to be in Ice. Right?
Yes. Can't be anywhere else, as far as I understand.
Or it could be on the Prelude check. So this might not be in Logic then at the moment. But you would always need the long shot to beat Water. So independently, it would be in Logic, wouldn't it? So Alexis knows this is going to be in Logic, even though he hasn't got all the stuff for it. So going here is fine for the next stuff.
Yeah, we'll be able to.
May not find the long shot here.
Be able to go Valley and check that. Check the Hammer Rocks if they choose.
Oh, very, very, very good point. Yeah, very good point.
We're getting a little bit laggy here, but hopefully that'll fix itself. It's been really good actually to begin with. Apart from the lag at the start, it's been very smooth. So fingers crossed the internet resolves itself without too many issues.
Classic British internet.
Yeah.
Give a kick at Virgin Media's ass.
Underinvestment in infrastructure? Never.
Yeah. And when we do big infrastructure projects, they cost £50 billion.
Yeah, exactly. They always end up costing 10 times more than they were advertised. That's just the way.
Okay, big chest in the fortress roof. We've got the hover boots, so we can get that.
Mm-hmm.
Tom is still picking up skills.
Oh no, back into Spirit for some skulls. That feels... Well, DC, I guess, for some skulls. That feels bad. Gutrin saying that he was playing Zoot... That she was playing Zoot with a friend, and the friend never knew about the bean spots have a sculpture in them, which...
Yeah, it's kind of obscure kind of knowledge that
Right, yeah. I mean, it doesn't... I don't think it tells you anywhere.
Yeah, how does the game tell you about that?
I don't think it does. Yeah. Well, it might do. Maybe it's like on a sign somewhere. But I don't remember it.
I've always kind of like wondered. You know the sun song grave in Graveyard.
Yeah.
Like, what tells you to play Sun Song there? It's kind of an obscure thing to do.
Yeah, right. It doesn't. I mean, I guess you can't beat them, so yeah, I should try a few different things. Navi might actually, yeah, that's a...
Navi.
Forget about the annoying one.
Still a bit obscure, isn't it? Like, go into a grave, play a song to stun something, and then the chest spawns? I think that's a bit abstract.
Alright, well, Alexis is in GTG, and we get a key early. Let's go keep the maze.
I'm pretty sure Alexis also did the fire lock checks here, didn't he? He climbed up to the sunblock room.
I think so. I think it was pretty thorough. I was gonna remember to check if it did sunblock room, and I forgot to check that it did sunblock room. So
Well, Shannock's on GTG keys, so
I mean, would have had to have done it with the arrow backflip trick, I presume. I just don't remember it. Shannock's saying that it did. There was nothing on either of them, so that's fine. Not really a lot in the maze, it looks like. Although I find that peak like difficult. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
One big chest. Okay, so we've got a big chest in the maze. We might be able to get there. Aurora's is nice here. We're going to do the traditional check valley. Maybe. Well, no. In fact, we'd probably walk back rather than death warp because.
Yeah, this is going to be the check that
we've already checked the rest of valley. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting decision to do it this way. Because you're likely just needing to walk back. Ooh.
Ah, Dins.
Ooh.
All right.
Well, that's the entirety of Shadow.
It is.
Okay,
Dins path to Morpher, so long shot in Shadow, or something leading to it in Shadow?
Yeah, honestly, for Alexis, that's definitely probably the best thing that he could have picked up there because it gives him an item that he needs to complete the seed, and also now gives him direction to remaining long shotters. So
yeah, and that Aurora's also coming in handy. It's very, very easy to get back to GTG.
I'm gonna throw the jet word out there. I think.
I mean, if Shadow is literally just the long shot, I would say I'd say we're looking pretty good for that. We're looking very good for that, in fact. It's up to it.
Yeah. We've got the hammer for fire. Yeah, I guess Alexis didn't do.
Which it's like if Tom is genuinely going for 50 here, it's going to be like an extra insult that like Alexis potentially could be finished in sub 2 hours, and Tom will be on like 30 skulls and be feeling very, very bad.
Can't believe that Tom's doing this. Like,
gonna grab the song anyway. Absolutely not required. It's only prelude. We'll save literally no time at all, but I'm not sure it's seed bleed, Benji. I think it's more like I got burned yesterday. I'm just gonna say it's on 50 and hope that I can collect them faster than Alexis, perhaps. But it seems to me a very odd choice for a gamble to take.
it's like
when you know that it's still hinted somewhere. You might not find the hint, it might be really unlucky, but it's hinted somewhere, right?
It's like when people are like, I'm not doing chickens, it takes too long.
Yeah.
Now
most people are like, I'm not doing skulls, whatever. You know, even if it's 50, I lose. It's usually that way around, not if it's not 50, I lose.
No, it's like blind 50 when there's an always hint out there.
Yeah. Unusual choice, unusual decision of routing, and it's not. We know it's not going to pay off for him. Major items since Dins, no, but we are gonna go have a quick look through Shadow, which we've not seen anything in yet.
How many Sculptures?
It's at least 27. Yeah, this is going to be 28, which like I blinked and he's already on 28, which is impressive, quite honestly.
I know, yeah.
He's collected them fast. Maybe his dreams last night were haunted by sculptural locations, and so it's just, you know, he was practicing even in his sleep.
So Tom's race against Stuckman was 50 skulls, and then Tom's race versus Alexis was also 50 skulls.
Mm-hmm.
He's going for the triple.
I think Thomas had quite a few. I think it's probably had a couple more than that even. I mean, I don't remember exactly which ones, but I think he was the one at the end of the group stage that was like, I keep getting 50 skull seeds. Why do I keep getting 50 skull seeds?
I don't know about Tom's race versus Emo.
Yeah, so it could just be that it's just like, this is my destiny. This is what happens. I'm destined. My destiny is to get 50 skull seeds, no matter what. So I'm just going to play it as if it's a 50 seed blind. The twist of irony being that it is 100% not a skull seed at all, and all of these are a complete waste of time.
Yep. We're just seeing Alexis do more progression.
Exactly. Alexis doing the complete opposite, and literally just progression. That's all I'm doing. Progression. Sensing that just following progression is basically going to finish him the seed pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe starting to think to himself, thank goodness we're not going to have a casino after yesterday, but...
Yeah, Alexis can just be... And this is... The thing is, when Alexis gets these types of seeds, like, he's just wicked. Like, his execution.
Oh, I mean, he's just gone.
Yeah.
And again, that's probably part of Tom's thinking. You know, if it did come down to a... Oh, there's light arrows. Okay, yeah, so they're just on the way.
No mode search today, even.
No, that's even better for Alexis, and bad news for Tom.
One less item, so just the long shot. Yeah, because we've already got the hammer. Yeah, we'll be able to do this. Be able to get into fire. We know that the Dins is leading towards the... Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, Din's fire could be just to get the iron boots. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. So this might not lead to the long shot.
I mean, we hope it does, because... Well, I mean, Alexis will be hoping it does. If we want the JET, then yeah, we just want a long shot on the way, and then we can
Just say it as it is, Ginger. It's a jet. Jet.
All right. The jet engines are deafening right now, but we haven't taken off just yet.
We're leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when we'll be back again.
Well,
Alexis will be back probably next week to play the final, but
it's looking likely at this point. Yes. To be fair, here's a big chest. Just a bow. We got baited.
Is that a bow? Locked bow?
How do we get Dins?
Hammer. Hammer was on
Hammer's in
Spirit Temple.
So
Don't need the bow for the Spirit Temple.
no, I don't think. So I think it might
Do
not
strengths.
be a locked bow. I think that's
Boomerang.
possible to get.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I don't think so. Boomerang was hot rudder, wasn't it? So yeah, it wouldn't have been Boomerang.
Big chest.
Meanwhile, Tom is on 32 skulls and chasing that 50.
It's the ice arrows. Let's go.
Perfect location for him. Bongo completely in logic now. 100%.
Path to Ognob. Yeah. That's also a fun story. Do you want to hear that? Do you want to hear the Ognob story?
Why not? Tell chat the Ognob story.
So it was me and T were commentating. It was King Samson versus Jax in Challenge Cup last year, and we were just having a right old gay old time on commentary, and I made some joke about Bongo backwards being Ognob, and it became a bit of a thing for a bit. And then one of our good friends, Mathmat, was like, "Oh, I really hate the person. Whoever made this Ognob meme, I really hate them."
That sounds like Matt, yeah.
Oh, it was me.
Oh no. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a Matt thing to say, for sure.
Yeah. And then so
no.
like,
Gnob.
Bongo, Ognob.
Yeah, this is this seed has just gone completely wrong for Tom here. I think it's kind of hard to say anything else really. It's impossible to sugarcoat. I think it's just a bad decision.
Yeah, Charlotte kind of saying what I was trying to. If we get a PG hint, then it's going to be pointing towards the hook shot, and that would mean that it's a hook block hooked. Or if we pick up the 5th hint and it's not for PG, then it may tell us that the hook doesn't block the hook.
Yeah, that should be quite useful.
Yeah, so it's
for that the logic for this jet, it will get us clearance from ground control. So.
Ground control to Major TomPouce.
Ground control to Major TomPouce. Stop collecting skulls. We want you to take off sometime
the forest
soon.
temple. Ah!
Oh no! Oh, is that an F fairy? I don't think it is.
No, that's an F.
It is not. That is a hard F on Troll Rover.
Yeah. These are the times where you just want to click the forfeit button.
Yeah. But sadly, this is a tournament race, and you cannot. So,
I mean, he could.
I mean, he could.
He'd get knocked out of the tournament, though.
Well, yeah, I guess it makes no difference at this point. Realistically. But
Com's calling it at 1:34. I think we could have called it about 20 minutes ago as well.
I mean, as soon as Tom went back into the Jabu for those skulls about 25 minutes ago, that was when it was not like this moment. Twin Rover attempt number 2 coming up for Tom here.
Here we go. At least we don't need to kill Nibiru again.
Spyhouse.
So does Nibiru die? That's the big lore question.
They don't really. They kind of hint, don't they? But they don't really explicitly tell you, as far as I remember.
Yeah. Because, like, is the theory that all of the sages are dead? But it's like, but you see Ruto, so. See Darunia, but he goes into fight Thingy Bobby.
Yeah.
And Ruto just disappears. Like, does she find a vent to climb out of at the water temple?
She gets stuck in an inch of water and nobody was there to pick her up.
Yeah. Asking the important questions here.
Always.
The Silver Gauntlets.
Journalistic integrity. You have a podcast after all, so that makes you it's about an hour.
Podcast.
There we go.
If you want more Ocarina of Time randomizer content and you love British people speaking to you, then listen to the Gossip Stone podcast that you can find over on the Ocarina of Time website, where we give you monthly dosages of everything going on in the Ocarina of Time competitive community. Thanks, Ginger.
Helping. Always happy to help. To borrow a HK phrase.
Oh, there's actually a command for it.
There
as
is,
well.
yeah.
Oh.
It's, we're happy to plug you. Happy to plug the podcast around these parts.
Happy to plug them.
Just more example and more evidence for what you said before. It's like the UK runners. We're all not that great at the game, but we can talk about it pretty well.
We talk a good.
There's
game.
a lot of us.
Are you signed up for League, Ginger?
Oh god, no, I haven't got time. I wish I did, because I would love to, but.
What division would you think that you'd be well placed in if you signed up for League?
What do they go down to? Is it still 8?
Yeah.
Because I would say 7.
Okay, that's fair.
I think I could probably. I don't know if I'd be promoted. I just don't have practice time. But I could probably not get relegated. Perhaps.
I can't wait to be put in Division 7 again.
You reckon that's going to happen? I mean, didn't you make top 64 this year? That's
Yeah.
Get you. It's got to get you
It's
some
like-
consideration.
But
Right?
it's like there's no way you can. There's no way they can bump me up to Division 6. Like, no way. I went 0-2 in the top 64 and like came third last division. So even though my division did have KP3, which of course you can see KP in their next
There we go.
on Friday here on the Silver Gauntlets in the other semi-final.
We're so professional. All these links, these segues, just chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Right. Well, Ognob's down. Sorry, Mafama, but I like to call him Ognob. So.
Alganob's dead.
Oh, strength 3. All right.
I don't think that's not really going to help except for OGC.
No, and we don't need to do that, do we? I don't think we all need to.
Nothing's pointing us that way.
Yeah. Yeah, 100% strength 2 locked. So,
Is it?
Probably nothing then. In that case.
What boss was that? Was that? Okay. I'll trust chat that it's strength 2 locked.
Yeah, because we needed to do spirit to get the rock to get
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I'm with you. Yeah, strength 2 to get the hammer to get Dins to get in the Shadow Temple, and Ognob is in the Shadow Temple.
Okay, that's just going to go back in, and for us immediately back to GCG.
Tom has successfully defeated the witches.
Excellent. We got there on the second chance, but we did it in the end.
Still not heading back to the Forest Temple yet. Really, not wanting to go into the Forest Temple. I know it's a bit of a trek, but you do have Bolero, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
And Alexis knows there's a big chest in here. Alexis can do the Fire Temple, so interesting that he's currently here when he's got a progression dungeon to do.
Yeah, I mean, he has been definitely following progression throughout, but maybe just being really tempted by that GCG maze one and thinking, yeah, I've got a bit of time. I think this seed's going pretty nicely. Then again, he could be thinking, damn it, this seed is a jet. I haven't got any time. I need to assume my opponent is jetting this as well, and I need to get my ass in gear. So
I think there's no problem in getting the BK and beating Bobaggio. You've got Bolero. He's got the Iron Boots now. Don't have much information about where the hook shot is. Tom's also heading here. Maybe also thinking about getting that path to Morpher hint. Oh, is this going to be... Ooh!
oh, very nice.
Boost!
That is a little bit of swag strat there.
Hello,
nice
Sailor! You can't actually climb up there from there, but...
No, but, you know, he gets the skull, which is what he's really after at this point, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's sad to say. Don't see that very often, admittedly. It's been a long time since I've seen anyone do that trick. So... Tom's problem here isn't really his execution. His execution is absolutely fine, apart from this roll road fight, which anyone can get bodied by that. It's just the choice of the 50. It's like living or dying by 50 skulls. It's not a choice I would have made, I think. I don't think it's a choice many people would have made, but you know, gotta respect him for it. You know, he's just decided unhindered 50. Let's go.
Tom's always been a deviant one.
Yeah, right. It's doesn't play by the obvious rules. If he's got a feeling, we'll follow that feeling to the end. And at this point, it probably is going to be to the end for him, sadly. Not finding anything behind strength in GCG at all. Not finding anything in GTG. so far, which is probably not a surprise actually, because like if the seed is as jetty as it looks like, then fire is where we want to be, because it will just be in there. And I believe this is going to be the right side now. Just being on RetroArch doesn't have to worry about any of the classic controller nonsense.
Yeah, he's an emulator player as well, which is good to see emulator players rise up.
Yeah, it's definitely been pretty VC heavy. I think there's a few reasons for that. We're not going to get into too much of the nitty gritty because I believe it's a bit disputed, but I would say the running off VC more than makes up for the amount of times you might have to save quickly. There is the long shot. So yes, GTG was the play after all.
Wow, there we go.
We're basically done. We're off to go beat the game. Gonna do water first to get that horrible one out of the way. We've got everything we need. We're not gonna get any. Not gonna get any shenanigans with the boss kid. If we do, we've got the iron boots. So
yeah. It's a jet.
Gonna be being sensible. Gonna set Adult Pierre just in case. Doesn't feel like messing about pixel shot today, presumably in fire, which is sensible. Yep, and then back into water. That's well remembered, because I would probably have forgotten to do that, and then I would have cursed having to. Especially, this is like playing it like a jet, but if it is a jet, you would rather spend the 20 seconds extra here now than risk losing so much time to your opponent.
Yeah, he does have the long shot, so he could do pixel shot. Yeah, I'm assuming Alexis knows how to do that.
Oh, I'm sure Alexis will know how to do it.
But
it can still
more time than just
it can still go wrong as well, and like seen it go wrong way too many times already in the last week.
Yeah, was that Friday or was that yesterday?
I'm pretty sure yesterday it was bad, but Friday for sure.
Yeah,
was both runners getting shenanigans with the with pixel shot. Tom's still not doing any progression, by the way. Just gonna go through GTG and get the long shot.
We'll be getting the long shot at least. So yeah, this is in a place where a progression item actually is.
Yeah.
Just doesn't want to go to the forest anymore. Just doesn't. Progression dungeons? Nah, mate.
Not interested. Not interested. Wants to find out if it's maybe it wants to just get the long shot and we'll find out whether it's storms or opponents. That is on Prelude.
Yeah, what do people do in this strat of checking this compass chest key and then like if it's a key not picking it up? Because I don't get it. It's the worst of both worlds of skipping that chest and doing the check.
Right? Yeah, exactly. No, I'm with you on that one. I'm like, well, I guess I'll just pick it up since I'm here, and maybe I can save one. Like, yeah, obviously, there's more than enough keys. Like, it doesn't really matter, but nevertheless.
Yeah. I think if you're looking for the BK, I think you climb up here first because it's you get the quick checks. You get these quicker checks done first.
That's what I would do personally. I'm starting to come around more to compass first for sort of general purposes, but in a kind of go mode situation, I'm not sure if compass first is what I would want to be doing. But there's a key anyway.
That was a slingshot there, so is that the first slingshot or is that what this? Don't know. Pass.
Maybe.
Pass.
Could be. Purple, how is the seed? Jetty. Alexis in go mode, and is on their way to beat the seed. And Tom hard decided, unhinted, that, you know what, I've had 50 skulls so much this tournament, I'm just going to assume there's something on 50 skulls. And I'm going to go hard, go back. Like, he beat Jabu, and then turned around and went back into Jabu. That kind of tells you how bad it went from there, really.
Yeah, Tom's missing his marbles, I think.
I think at this point, yeah. I think it's been a long tournament, and I think living or dying by collecting 50 skulls is...
He's not even there yet. He's collected 37 and then has stopped collecting skulls and is now in GCG.
Yeah, it's kind of like maybe he's changed his mind a bit. Maybe he's like, oh, actually, I should probably... But it's not like he's doing progression. It's just...
I mean, this is required, but it's...
Yeah, you got to do it, but...
No, Purple, he is not missing anything. He is just not
gone. Yeah. Which I'm guessing he's thinking those forest skulls will be like my last easy ones to get to 50 or something. So I'll leave forest till I'm in a better position. But I mean, we know that it's if he just beat forest, he could go get the Deku hint that he skipped, and then he'd know that he wouldn't have needed to do any of his skulls. But he didn't, and Alexis did, and Tom literally just hard decided about 30 minutes ago or so that he was going to do 50 skulls, and that's kind of don't really know what else to say apart from that, really. The race was essentially over at that point, considering how jetty it has been, which has been very straightforward.
It's the first time I ever saw somebody go back into Jabu.
Like, I've never seen it in a race, or even casually, to be honest. Like, it's just went back into Jabu for 3 skulls.
Did you see that in the race mod channel of like the bit that TomPouce had just jumped over in Guerrilla's Fortress? Like the horse can fall through into like from that.
Yes, I did. I did see that.
So
that's hilarious.
Horse actually does something good for a change.
Right. Kona, please, actually being useful. What the hell?
This is Din, so this is going to be Nocturne now. Tom's going to head into Shadow. Depending on where these BK layouts are, might be able to beat the Shadow Temple before Alexis is done.
Yeah, if it's in the river or something with boss key, then no.
Tom's going to have to go into the Dark Link loop now. Yeah, it's definitely going to be what? Most likely sub 215. That's the others.
Yeah, really dependent on the boss key location and if deep fire. But I mean, boss key and fire is first check, and we find the boss key right now, then I can say easily sub. Done in 20 minutes, probably, maybe.
Yeah, I guess we got to do the power climb and things like that. So yeah, it's going to be sub 230.
Oh, no question, no question. It's sub 230. 220 is like my rough guess, I think, and it might be less. It's really just dependent on key location now.
Okay, so we could have got past PG potentially for the hook shot.
Yeah, we're going to be a path missing. I don't see where we're going to find out what that other path was. I mean, I can boot up the seed and go check Hyrule Castle 2, I guess, but I'm not going to do that because I can't be bothered, frankly. And it's one check, and it'll probably be nothing. So. Maybe Back of Lake, I suppose, could run to the Back of Lake, but again,
Back of Lake.
That's maybe something I'll do in my own time. And I'll be honest, I probably won't.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna do this after the scene. It's like, you know what? After it's done, what's the point?
Exactly.
Nobody's gonna care.
At this point, does it matter? No. Then, will it bug me if I don't know? No, not really.
It wouldn't have really helped because the hook gets you a key in Spirit Temple, and so basically like the root as letter, hammer, like everything else is also pathed. Also is hook blocks, and therefore leads to lots of locations after that for where that could be in ice, in Jabu, in fire.
So Bosky on Dragon Chest. It is.
Oh,
Okay.
yay.
So if we get an early fire Bosky and Alexis gets a quick grab on Morpher, yeah, I think we easily sub 220. Which in my opinion classes as a jet.
I think anything under 230 is jetty enough. Like we would have definitely seen people in like a big qualifier do this in like 2 hours probably.
Yeah, that's probably likely. So yeah, if you did something like TomPouce, you wouldn't be getting any points.
Yeah.
if you did an Alexis run, then you'd be getting some points.
This would be a terrible qualifier seed if you like just went child first or.
Well, yeah, exactly. If you did what Tom did and just spend 20 minutes for nothing as a child, then...
Yeah, because you could have been really aggressive and just like not done like Lost Woods. I guess you needed. No, you didn't need to get the rang, didn't you? So you didn't need that logically.
No.
Well, you need logically you did, but you know we had ways of bypassing that.
Yep.
I guess you wouldn't need to choose. You may have even got the slingshot out of it.
Yeah. Very true.
Okay, water done. So we'll see Bolero now. Oh my god, look at that, I predicted it. Put the spoiler log away, Chuckles.
Wow, your knowledge of this game just blows my mind. Every word you speak, it's just knowledge dripping off of it.
Right,
How you knew that?
You don't need to be that sarcastic.
I mean, it's not even that sarcastic, genuinely. You're very knowledgeable about this game. But yeah, I think anyone who's watched sort of 5 minutes of Zero could probably have told you that one.
Yeah.
So, do we have a super early boss key for the true jet? No, but it's just a key. So,
Sad. More fire climb.
it's not Top Gun. It's not an F-16 or whatever they use in that one. It's not a fire jet, but it could still be a fast jet anyway. Just not.
Not Concorde.
Yeah, Concorde probably not at this point.
Oh, there goes the blue fire. Bye-bye.
And honestly, probably best not to ride Concorde right now anyway. I would. Tom's now stopped collecting skulls, which I guess is like, why have I done this? This is stupid. But I don't know why you collect all those skulls and just leave these ones in shadow. I think you just commit.
Yeah.
Feels really bad though, to be fair. Tom's had a great tournament. He's a very good player, and
he is a fantastic player. He's definitely one that I would really hate to be drawn up against.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's got to this point through skills and plenty of 50 skull seeds on the way to here as well. So he's taken the long route to get here, but it's a real achievement to make it this far, like top 4.
Yeah, and like I said, he was in my fantasy team for this year for the qualifiers. Didn't get me a lot of points, of course, because 87th seed.
Well,
but
that's a good dark horse bet. He certainly played better than 87th overall, I think. Just like Alexis, really. Alexis is a top 64 quality player, I think. I can see both of these in top 64 next year, potentially. Tom, especially, if he carries on. Doesn't get disheartened by this and actually carries on playing and practicing.
I honestly think Tom won't care.
No, I think in a way he might be glad that there's no more 50 skull tournament seeds in his immediate horizon.
Yeah, I think he'll go away maybe for a year and then come back again. That's just what Tom does. Maybe we'll see him in mixed pools, but
yeah, get refreshed, get your batteries back.
he's not the grinder of Ocarina of Time randomizer like a lot of these top 64 runners are.
Yeah, I mean, some of them it's like a seed a day at least.
Yeah,
sometimes
like
two a day. Yeah, exactly. Ecola is the one I'm
plays
thinking.
NMR and TPR as well alongside.
That's right. Yeah.
And, you've got a lot of those runners that play like.
Marco would be another one. Another French runner, funnily enough, who very regularly plays either MMR or Princess or
he's always doing
OoT. Is in basically every OoT tournament. A lot of grinders. Yeah, Tom doesn't strike. I don't know that much about him, but he doesn't strike me as one of those.
He's very relaxed. He's very he's always joking. He's always laughing. He takes it as a bit of fun, which is definitely just how you need to treat it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Especially, I mean, what are we competing for? We're competing for bragging rights. That's basically it. So.
Yeah, they're very passionate about this game. That's not needed.
There's passion and then there's passion,
Yeah.
And being able to enjoy it and love the game, but not have to feel like you have to grind it like a job. I mean, if you enjoy grinding, then by all means. But if it turns into one of those like, oh, I need to do another seed because there's a mixed pools tournament coming up now.
Yeah.
And I don't really feel like it because I'm burnt out from season 6. But you feel like you have to, then yeah.
Compared to some of us who haven't been in a tournament for 3 months now. And,
right, yeah, because I mean,
to get back into. Actually, it's been over 2 months now since I've been knocked out of the.
Wow, yeah, I mean it's I mean this happens every year, though, particularly the top 64. It ends up taking a while for various reasons. There's some runners who just time commit. Some of the top runners just time commitments, not necessarily. Like kind of the opposite of what we were talking about for grinding. There's some who just don't have the time, and then it ends up just lasting for ages. Quite often, I find top 64 from my experience, even top 32 when it was still top 32, tends to drag on a little bit. But it's what it is. Everyone's got lives, and this isn't a job, so.
And if you want to hear more about opinions of how long the tournament has been going on for, then please go and check out the podcast. It's not even the right one. Is it this one? Yeah, go and check out the podcast where we had a whole discussion about how long the tournament has been taking. And what we could do in future. But let's also go through everybody else who's been helping out today. We want to thank you to our French restream today over on KC Necro. So thank you for them for providing fantastic French coverage of these two French runners. I bet they're loving this race. Of course, we've got Alexis, also known as Lagsland, who's actually been pretty good with their internet connection today. So thank you, Alexis, for actually being reasonable with their internet today. And of course, TomPouce, the king of the wacky Scarecrow songs, and all round pretty cool fella. I'm Chuckles501. You can see my elephant there. Come and follow me if you want to watch the bad person play Ocarina of Time Randomizer and have some fun. Sometimes we play.
Hang on a minute. Top 64. Chuckles.
Top 64. Owen's
top 64. No, it's still top 64. Gonna get some quality running from Chuckles, and you'll get a laugh as well. Obviously.
And you get a giggle every so often. And of course, I'm joined by actual dark horse of Ocarina of Time, Gingersonny. Actually good at this game if he played every so often.
If I could have time and be bothered, then yes. I've played it. I think I've played enough seeds over a long enough time. I could probably Probably be all right, but I just
You
can't. I can talk about it though.
And we love you doing it. Tracking, we've got Vava and we've got Jenny. Thank you so much for you two. I literally don't think you guys have put a finger wrong today. And is it Shannock on the spreadsheet today?
I'm gonna assume that even if they're not listed, it's chances are that Shannockers is helping out for spreadsheet because they they're very, very good at it as well. So.
Yeah, we're just doing that. Like we normally assume that Gutruin's doing the race monitor. Oh yeah, you're doing race monitoring as well. So
that's me today.
Yeah.
Gotta give her a night off every now and again. Anyway.
Yeah. And Velvet's restreaming, so thanks Velvet for doing that. Pretty Brit stacked restreaming team today.
Last but definitely not least, Velvet. Yeah, definitely not least.
It's like, you know how films, like when the film credits have like the people who are important at the start.
It's like this person, and then
yeah, and then the second best person is last. So of course the runners are first, and then the restreamers.
So yeah, Bosky is looking pretty deep in fire. Although Alexis is so fast that like we've gone through all of that, and it seems like he's basically done most of fire. There it is, high scorer.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that these two BKs were so deep, and it's just like, just end the seed.
Right. I mean, it's like there's literally.
Please. I want to stop checking the race time room to make sure that
the puzzle is solved at this point.
Yeah.
Right. It's just pointless padding.
Speed running the game at this point.
Yeah. We could have been fighting Ganondorf if we'd have been lucky with Boskies, but here we are. Still going to be safe. Still going to be fast. Sub 230, no question.
And it's also just like if my opponent cleared fire, then I'm just repeating the steps that my opponent has already done. So
I mean, everything has basically worked out and come out roses for Alexis. They followed the path that's pretty linear, to be fair, and everything's kind of just been on progression. Essentially, they haven't, apart from GTG, going for GTG for the long shot, that wasn't strictly progression, but basically everything else has been hinted or on the way. And
that wasn't progression, but it was on the way to a path location, and we saw the big chest.
It was totally worth doing.
Everything else was just on progression and led to progression, hinted with the iron boots, directly hinted. Kakariko was Stackariko.
The Kakiri Forest path was kind of fun for a little bit until we realised it was kind of pointless.
That was a little bit of fun.
And that was a very fast troll rover fight. Again, I looked away for a moment, and she's down. Alexis clearly wants this seed to be over with as well. Playing it like he should play, like knows it's a jet and knows that every second. I mean, for all he knows, he could be in sync, frame to frame right now.
Yeah, there's not a lot that Alexis has done that he didn't need to, except for like Child Goron City. Like everything else has been he's needed to do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Apart from the only thing making it slower than it could have been is just Bosky locations. Beyond that, I don't think he could have saved much time anyway. It was like just everything has just worked out. Whereas for Tom, the complete opposite is true. Yeah, I'm curious why they stopped at 37 though, after deciding they were going to do 50 skulls, and then stopping at 37. Like, did they find a second hint somewhere we didn't see? I don't think so. So it just changed their mind, I guess. But it'd be interesting to if we do get a chance to talk to him. So I was saying Tom is in go mode. So let's have a look. Yeah, water, fine. Forest, fine. Could have done forest ages ago. Fire, we're about to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little late. Just missed the plane, unfortunately, Tom. If it had spent less time collecting those skulls, might even have a lead. I'll be quite frank. If he'd just followed the same route as Alexis and not wasted his time doing 29 more skulls, then yeah, who knows what could have happened. But
yeah, full clear your offs.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a time we actually thought that round was going to be Jabu required and things like that.
Yeah. Instead, Jabu turned out to be the place where Tom's tournament went to die, I think.
Yeah.
Sadly.
that fish ate his hopes and dreams.
Yeah. Double dipping Jabu for skulls is not what you want to do if you want to finish a seed fast.
We did have a wallet, so we could have bought shoes. Shoes and we had a bomb bag. We actually could have just bought shoes from the market with Sunsong. So
yeah, we've had everything really.
Without Rang would have been easy.
Yeah, logic, but we don't need logic. Logic's for suckers.
Yeah, I think when you do Adult Spirit and it's like if you're on Tom's side, you do Adult Spirit and you're like, oh, it's Child Spirit, but I don't have anything to get that, so I may as well buy Choose whilst I'm in this area, just so I can go around that way.
Yep. Yeah, I could have seen that. I mean, we were there, went past it.
Yeah, the wallet was kind of early, wasn't it? It was
We got one wallet very early, yeah. And the second one not so early. The first wallet was. Yeah, Lostwood's Bridge Scrub. That's extremely early.
Oh yeah, Jabu and dying.
Yeah, that sums up. That's a good one to sum up Tom's run this seed.
Yeah, it is actually. I actually think the artificial throw might be more appropriate.
I think that's a good shout as well. Yeah. Well, here we are. So it's time to fight the evil one and bring peace and prosperity back to the realm. How exciting! Bit of tennis first. Get warmed up for the main event for a quick tennis match.
Yeah, Alexis got the bottle for.
Oh yeah, because the only bottle he can actually empty is his fairy. Not going to need that. So
the other one's the big Poe. Oh, he needs it.
Oh no! Oh no, Tom! Alexis, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? There we go. Should get it from here.
Dear, Dastar and Velvet, children, stop fighting!
Oh dear. I am staying well away from this one.
Daddy says stop.
Tell him, Chuckles.
Don't you want me to be your daddy, Dastar?
Who wouldn't want Chuckles as an E-Daddy, to be fair? You poor fool. Chuckles has gone. Chuckles has returned.
Yeah, what happened there?
Was
I was like, what died? I was just going like, I'll show you who's your daddy.
banished to the Shadow Realm. Yeah, I thought it might be the case. You were dragged away.
Discord made a bunch of weird sounds when that happened.
Yeah, I just got the and then silence mid-sentence, so I figured that
Suddenly I was locked.
someone had sent you to the Netherworld.
Oh dear, I'm very tired.
Well, fortunately, you can have a nice early night tonight, Chuckles, because we're almost done here.
That is true. That is true.
Aye, Tom, getting a pixel shot on like the 4th or 5th go. That's nice.
Well done.
That's very good.
Yeah, they're probably not feeling the best after getting to 37 and then getting in go mode, but
And Belmer pointing out, yeah, he didn't even do a setup. He just
Did he?
eyeballed that. So even
yeah,
more pog to be.
I would have seen that if I didn't get banished to the Shadow Realm. So.
Right. I mean, that's no one's fault but whoever did the banishing.
Yeah, I think we stick with the.
I'll get your GGs in the chat. We have finished. We're done. Stick a fork in it. We have a finalist. We have our first finalist. Alexis will be going through to the final. We had a guaranteed French runner. Alexis is that French runner who's going to make it to the final. Sad to say, this yesterday's race was a lot closer. This one, not to be, sadly. Like you said, getting go mode at 37 skulls is gonna feel bad. Gonna feel really bad. Right, I'm gonna see if they want to come have a quick chat. So I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna mute myself so you don't hear my loud keyboard.
Okay, I'll entertain for a bit. Yeah. I mean, Seed kind of played itself today for Alexis. You know, walk into that adult cack early, got the advantage with the bomb bag. Went into DC, got all the items, played the stuff needed to do in Child, and then really it was a an auto scroller from there. Just everything in path locations, everything on progression. Proper jet today, and 213. I said like 215. This could be a 215, and I said that 215 with good BK locations, and we had crap BK locations. So yeah, it's very, very quickly done by Alexis. Definitely one of the masters. When he locks onto a target, he just cleans it up, and nobody's stopping him. Pretty good for Alexis' prediction as well in the challenge prediction league, because he's me and Alexis have the same predictions to now, and he's already done better than me. So Alexis potentially can win the prediction league as well.
It looks like both of them are going to join us. So Alexis just needs a minute, but Tom seems like he's ready. So I'll pull him over, and we'll have a quick chat and ask him why he decided to go for the 50 skulls. I think is the burning question.
Please, we need to know.
Need to make Discord bigger to actually join. There we go. GG's, Tom.
Bonsoir,
GG's.
Oh my god. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's difficult to know what to say apart from like what made you decide to blind to go for 50? Like, was it just because you've had so many of them this tournament that you were just like?
No. The reasoning was I found the hammer behind 4 key in Spirit, which need fire. And logically, you needed fire to get the hammer. And like, yeah, Garant City was where the reroll for the dragon, I think. So it was for fire source. And we got the mirror shield, which did not count. And we got the boomerang. And the boomerang was for the skulls, I think.
The boomerang is to get enough keys to get the hammer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, bad.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Spirit Temple, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was for the skull because I didn't get the hint. And it made some sense with the skull count we had, I think. Like, Router Slider was locked behind the fire source also. I mean, the key.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't think it was just the 4 key, so I miscut in the game. So it's logical for me to lose because I didn't play many seeds. I didn't practice a lot. Practice OMS instead.
Hey, GG's, Alexis.
So,
Yeah,
hey,
GG.
GG!
GG,
GG,
Alexis.
Tom.
So yeah, the result is logical. Nothing to feel bad about it.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. So you're thinking about the rang for the. I think we actually brought that up as well, thinking like because I think with the items that we had at that point, we knew where the hook was. We knew where quite a lot of stuff was that we weren't really thinking about 50 schools. But I don't think I've ever seen anybody beat Jabu and then go back into
Walk back
Jabu
in again. Yeah.
to the schools in Jabu. Do you know where the 50 hint is, Tom?
Yeah, I would like to.
It's the second one in Deku.
Okay.
Yeah. One of those things, really.
I was starting to play very aggressive, starting from Deku. Like, I was like, once I found the bow, I just go straight to what I want to do, and do nothing else.
Alexis, dude, GG.
Thank you.
When you get seeds like this, you just are just so good. Like you plowed through that. You were so quick doing everything. Was that kind of a good seed for you? Do you think how everything went?
Yeah, Seed was very great for me.
It seemed like from the start you got the bomb bag in CAC straight away. You picked up a ton of items and it was just kind of do progression dungeons after that.
Yeah, only item is in my road, and when I need to find my long shot, Gazido, I take the good decision immediately. So that's very good.
Yeah, because you saw the big chest in GTG in the maze.
Yes.
So it kind of made sense to get the long shot from there. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know what else there is to say.
Yeah, we got ourselves a jet that kind of was really straightforward. If you had the items,
Yes,
kind of
was very fast.
Yeah. I think as well that considering how many more skulls that Tom picked up, I think it would have actually been really close. Without the 37 skulls or whatever that Tom ended on. Did it feel? I guess it felt pretty bad to get your go mode at 37 skulls or whatever it was after going and getting the skulls we never see. But I mean, have you had a good tournament, Tom? Have you enjoyed your time competing in Challenge Cup this year? You're gonna keep competing next year, maybe enter quals next year. Any plans?
Tom, hello.
Oh, any plans for the future, right?
Yeah. Enter next year or?
I mean, I'm kind of happy to finally be free for S6. Something else, finally.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I felt kind of stuck. Just keep doing OMS until the very end, and after that, I don't know about S7. I feel like that for the next tournament, I should just try to be ready for it. Not try to play the qualifier just the day after you build your desk for your room,
Right, yeah.
Like you have to have the storyline. I start playing the qualifier at the 8th one, and the day before that, I built the desk for my Wii and my TV. I was just like, hey, let's play some Rondo this year.
Yeah, just turn up and enter. Why not? I mean, then getting where you got to is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I feel like I have the potential to go very far in the tournament. Just don't try to do it, but maybe I should give a shot for the next year. I don't know about Hypebeak because having this mindset put me pressure, and sometimes I don't like that. So I just think about it, and if I feel like it, like in October or September, I think I'll start to grind seriously.
Do you think
Well,
you'll be playing
No,
mixed
time,
calls?
but
if
no
mixed
time
calls
to
come out?
rest. Time to have a rest.
Yeah, understandable. S6 done and dusted.
Yeah.
Walk off and have a break.
Yeah,
And,
Alexis, for you, you're in the final of the Challenge Cup.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah, that's great.
You got this.
I hope.
Trust me, you got this.
Okay.
It could be an
Yes.
all-French final with you and Lepeda.
Good. Or
Yeah.
it could be France. It could be the Brazilian taking out another French on the way. Either way, it's going to be exciting. Really exciting. Any preference for who you want to play, or are you just like
La
either
Ped or for a French final.
for the
Let's
French
go.
final?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
I
Let's
want
go.
that final too. I want it too.
And I think it's first tournament for Laped, I guess, and that's very strong for Laped to
Yeah, I mean, there's not a runner
Uh,
that I was aware of before this year.
get
So-
a semi-final. So I hope he get the final.
Yeah, he played League last season, was in Division 8 and won it. And then, yeah, this is his
Yeah,
first
League 2.
All right,
we-
okay. We've got, so of course we would have had a match on Thursday if we needed it, but of course we don't need that anymore. So the next time that we will be back here on the Silver Gauntlets will be for the second semi-final for KP and Lepeda. We'll let you guys head over to KC Necro if you want, to say hi to the French restream.
I'm sure the whole of France is waiting to hear
Yeah,
from you. So.
the whole of France is waiting to hear from you two. But thanks again. Thanks for letting us watch your race.
Yeah,
and
thanks
good
so
luck
much.
for
It's
Alexis.
been a great series, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the rest stream. That was cool.
Thank you so much for the stream. Yes.
No, it's all right speaking to you two. So thanks so much for hopping in and playing for us. It's been really good.
Brilliant.
And thank you for everybody who put this restream on. So the commentators, the trackers, the restreamers, the race monitors, everybody. We've all done stellar job, and thanks to chat, of course, for being here.
We
cheering us
will
along.
be we'll be back on Friday to find out who is going to be facing Alexis. 2 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. CET. Is it CET? Yeah, it's CET. 7 p.m. CET. So,
Yeah, and you'll be stuck with both of us again.
But you will get Mel. So I mean,
With
it
Mel.
balances out.